So in my last TikTok, I spoke about how cognitive empathy is met with much more appreciation when it comes to other mental health disorders. But when it comes to something like NPD, it's made me realize that to a lot of people, what healing would look like for NPD is some kind of moral perfection, as if like we have to be some kind of saint. That makes no sense at all. Narcissists or otherwise, no one is going to achieve moral perfection or saint level like conduct. So when it comes to narcissism, I might have to do better in accepting my flaws and accepting my shortcomings, but that does not equal that I have to accept every bit of criticism, every bit of hate that gets thrown in my way. So if not for my narcissism, I should also not feel infinitely insecure. If that's what you prefer, then your self-righteousness is just as ironically narcissistic as any other narcissist that you criticize. So no one likes hearing this, to be fair, even I don't like hearing it, but you can still do wrong to people that have done wrong. If you take something from a thief that he actually owns, it doesn't take away that you still did theft. So I've been thinking about this a lot more, and it's led me to thinking about systemic oppression. Let's say systemic racism or, waking up class consciousness. So a lot of people are going to be more sympathetic to these ideas and talking points, but the conversation around cluster B people is still going to be uncomfortable for most. So when it comes to something like poverty, for example, I'm willing to bet that there's a good chance that a lot of these people that we're talking about are cluster B people. So if you talk about the system being rooted in unfairness, then it's not going to be surprising, you could even say inevitable, that people are going to end up acting in antisocial ways just to survive. So what we know about cluster B disorders in general is that they link to childhood trauma. This can connect overall to generational trauma. I would say that generational trauma is often prevalent in any group considered the lower class. I might sound like a conspiracy theorist right now, but I can't help but follow this train of thought. If we exist in a world where there's a perpetuation of homelessness, people starving to death, and let's say denying people medical care, it sounds like being cluster B is rooted in the system, creating other people that are also cluster B. Cluster B traits can lead you to being some unethical billionaire, or it can put you to the point where you're some kind of like caged animal, or there's people in the middle who aren't going to be classified enough for either extreme to the point where they can live in blissful ignorance as if they still don't have any complicity for all of these systems that are happening causing oppression.